It's finally here, the season 6 top 4 final challenge.
Ooh, the queens get to perform in the Sissy That Walk music video. This became one of the biggest RuPaul songs from the show, and it's really just a really all-around great song.
Plus, the divas get to sit down with Ru for a little Tic Tac talk, and they unpack as much childhood trauma as they can in 60 seconds.
Exactly. It's a great way to round out this iconic season and such a wonderful Final Four.
Yeah, and we get to
A, B,
see
C, D.
Bianca being sexy, Courtney on her treadmill.
Yes.
And this is the stuff that Classique is made of.
Doom, 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 doom.
Forever. Dog.
Race chaser. Woo-hoo. Race chaser. Yeehaw. Race chaser. Woo-hoo. Race chaser. Yeehaw.
Hello.
Hello.
And welcome back to Race Chaser
Classique.
a podcast dedicated to the discussion, dissection,
And dissemination
of every single episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, starting from the very beginning.
This is the beginning.
Oh my gosh. My name's Alaska. What's yours?
Hello, I'm Willam.
What a pleasure to see you. You know, there are certain things I love about you, Willam. You look good, you dance good, you act good, and if you can find anyone better to host a podcast with, you should.
host.
But you're not going to find them. You're not going to.
God
We
bless.
we are talking about the almost final episode of season 6.
Honey,
and
they
it's
really
called-
wrung this one dry, baby.
Girl, they're squeezing them. But why? Before we get into it, why don't you tell us what happened last week?
Well, the dewdrops were doing then, too. The jewels were jeweling. After a puppet-filled mini challenge, the girls gave iconic mini performances, Dela as Bianca. The divas had to create 3 different runway looks for the glitter ball, including the dripping in jewels eleganza look in their own jewel tones. And they performed an opening number, which was terrible. Everyone was stressed in the workroom. Emotions were high, but according to Dela, Bianca was sailing through. And though Adore was stressed out and struggling, but she won the challenge. And Courtney definitely has some words for that this week, but we'll get to that. And Derry and Della were lip syncing again, so Deja Vu. And
Yes.
this time Ben de la Creme went home, so we officially have a top 6, top 4, a season 6 top 4. A, B, C, D. Adore, Bianca, Courtney, Darian.
Yes.
And that brings us to episode 12 of season 6, which is Sissy That Walk.
Yes, and we get a particularly lengthy message from Ben de la Creme, whose only shade was in writing a long, pointless message that they would have to clean.
So smart. And also, do you think he spelled Darian's name wrong on purpose?
Darian. Yes. I think it's a last dose of shade from the house of La Creme.
Oh, I love it. It's one of those things where you're like, oh, I've never bothered to learn how to spell your name.
I barely know your name, let alone how to spell it.
Not mad. Courtney is mad because Adore Delano won the glitter ball. And she said, it's just a white tutu with a couple of glitters thrown on it.
Are they not seeing what I'm seeing? Because it just looks like a sparkly tutu.
I'm sure they cut the part where she said, her tiara's even askew. Who wears an askew tiara?
She'd never win Mr. Tiny Tot, that's for sure.
Never. She'd
I wouldn't
never
be giving
get
her
that
a
call.
DeLorean.
She'd never get a call.
Courtney's just dishing out all the she's the input hoe of the workroom. She's like, well, Bianca, maybe they were expecting to see something they hadn't seen from you before, something more impressive.
Maybe Bianca, you could end a sentence without a joke. Okay, Courtney's an asshole.
Right, exactly. We get Not Today Satan in this moment. We also get Party in this moment.
All your season 6 crown jewel phrases.
Exactly. So you could call this episode kind of
Iconic.
A non-episode. You could call it a
Oh.
non-episode because not a ton happens when you get down to the last four girls. You kind of see how it's going to shake down, but we are seeing iconic, birth moments. And let me tell you, at the time, you couldn't get enough of this season. These queens are amazing.
This is the season 4 and season 6 are arguably the best seasons of Drag Race.
So fuck season 5's drag? Is that what you're saying? Because you
No, I'm not-
conveniently left out season 5.
Well, I was saying the best. Yours is obviously number 2 after one of these.
Oh, so I gotta be number 2. I gotta be shit.
Baby,
You get to be pissed. I gotta be shit.
Season 4 built the boat that y'all sailed in on, okay? We built boats.
Of course you would reference the
we
boat
were
challenge.
fucking Noah, honey.
Of course you would reference the boat challenge. Which
You
is
were the animals that came on shrew by shrew, okay? We were the boat builders. So your
Honey.
season was great, okay? We'll get to that. Or we already
Honey.
did, actually. Who knows?
Well, we get a video message from RuPaul saying, "My top 4. You've all come so far, and the only
Ooh,
thing
that's a
standing."
sex joke.
Oh, I see.
Love it.
And the only thing standing between you and the ground is you. So shoulders back, tits out, and girl, you better sissy that walk.
Ooh, and look who it is. Michelle and her old boobs.
Yes. Yes.
Comes into she's just sails on in. She says, "It's me, Bendel Cram, I'm back."
Yes.
Mhm.
And she explains to the dolls that they'll be starring in the music video for Sissy That Walk, which is one of RuPaul's biggest hits and one of her best songs, I think.
Honey, when that comes on in the club, I am sissying. I am
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
always a crowd pleaser. And they get to star in an acting scene, which I don't know where this acting scene ends up.
2 acting scenes.
Right. It's the timeless tale of an innocent girl who sells her soul to become Sissy, the supermodel of the world. And they'll be learning sissy-ography with Jamal Sims and star in 2 acting scenes, improvising with RuPaul. So these scenes are sort of based off of Mahogany
Mm-hmm.
and Valley of the Dolls? Or is it Mahogany and What's Love Got to Do with It?
I didn't see much What's Love in it,
Oh.
but I definitely
Is it
saw
just Mahogany?
I definitely saw Mahogany, and there were tones of Valley of the Dolls with the whole
Mhm.
drunken messiness part, but that was also in Mahogany, so not sure. But
I thought I guess it is all Mahogany, but I was thinking What's Love Got to Do with It because the guy comes back and they have the dressing room confrontation. But that goes a little differently in Tina's story.
yeah, definitely.
Things do go differently on Tina.
No. Well, we've learned that sissy-ography is basically regular choreography, just for verse bottoms.
Oh, I see. Yes.
No wonder Bianca can't nail it.
Whoa.
but-
Stone Butch Top, Stone Butch Blues.
So Jamal comes in, and honey, Darian is the one that the hubba like foaming at the mouth for the Sims.
The cartoon wolf, the tongue is rolling out on the floor.
Very
She's
that.
dripping. And Jamal still looks great. I think he looks even better now than he did, 10 years ago or whenever this was.
I would like to check him out up close just to see.
Yeah,
In
you can do a
person.
side-by-side comparison.
Mhm. Just check for skin tags and stuff.
Oh my gosh. Well, as you said, Bianca's having a little bit of a hard time with the choreography and trying to pass it off as a joke.
First,
And
she says, I had a stroke in 1973.
she's trying to, grease the wheels and set up, lower the expectations. But Courtney says, well, Bianca's struggling because she's more worried about trying to be funny and deflect the fact that she's not being good.
Not being good.
Shady
Um,
bitch.
I act good. I talk good. I look good. I am good.
I shit good. I eat good. It's Bianca doesn't know how to do a body roll, which is one of those things where if you look at someone, you're like, oh yeah, I could do that. And then you're like, wait, what are the mechanics of this? Am I trying to like fuck my own butt? Like what's going on here? Because body rolls do take a moment to get, but once you get them, they're there for life. And Bianca's had more life than anybody here, actually.
Well, she argues later that Darian's older, but I guess we need to get out I want to see the birth certificate receipts. I want to see the birth receipts.
I want to see the receipts.
Well, Darian would like to see the choreo again because she's struggling. She's defeated. And then she's like, I lost it on the 1. And then I said, fuck the 5, 6, 7, 8.
Exactly.
She's just not having it. Some people take longer to learn. I'm one of those people. That's why I moved from New York to LA. I couldn't survive any dance calls. So I get it. I get the problem. But one thing Darian is good at.
Dance 10 looks for 2.
No, it was the other way around, you cunt.
Oh, dance 2 looks 10.
I would love to see an updated version of Chorus Line now where it was just Zach on stage watching self-tapes alone.
Right. I've done a chorus line or 2. I snorted a few chorus lines. No, I'm just kidding.
The one thing Darian is good at though is lunchinetting with the girls because her Tic Tac lunch goes wonderful with RuPaul.
With the girls.
It's just light lunch chat. Like, so you were thrown out of the house when you were younger, right?
Oh, girl,
you have
RuPaul
trauma, right?
In.
Do you want more Tic Tacs? Have some more trauma, more Tic Tacs.
Exactly. Why don't we go order some Tic Tacs? We're gonna order in today, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, I just took a bite of this hot honey pepperoni chicken.
Ooh.
They put honey on the pizza. It's spicy hot honey.
They put the burger on the meat.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, everybody needs a website. Otherwise, you're just out there making your business happen with what? Word of mouth? No, ma'am. If you've got a passion project that you're starting, if you want to start making drag watches that are purely ornamental, made for the sole purpose of a queen touching her wrist during lip sync when the song lyrics say, time. That idea is brilliant and needs a website. This is why you need Squarespace, because Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain. Showcase your offerings with a professional website, then you can grow your brand and get paid all in one place. Plus, they have integrated SEO tools, which means search engine optimization, I think, so you can show up more often on search engines. And their Blueprint AI design tool, which can get a fully custom website built in just a few steps if you want to do the whole AI thing. Plus, you can connect your socials, set up easy ways for your customers to buy your products, and even schedule appointments with you. It's all right there on Squarespace. I've scaled a number of businesses in my time, and they have all needed websites because websites just legitimize you, you know? And Squarespace is a great spot for a creative person like me who needs to make a website and has great ideas but doesn't necessarily know the HTML, QRL, TMV of it all, you know? Because I'm not an IT whiz at all. But Squarespace makes it easy for me to select what I want and then put out a wonderful website. And it could be the same for you. You need to check out squarespace.com/drag for a free trial. And then when you're ready to launch, just use the offer code DRAG to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain, which is kind of the same thing. Squarespace.com/drag.
Chime is changing the way people bank. They offer the most rewarding, fee-free banking, and it's built just for you.
I don't want to interrupt here, but I want to chime in. They're not like traditional old banks that charge you overdraft and monthly fees. Plus, they have thousands of fee-free ATMs. There's nothing more frustrating than added fees when you're just trying to access your own money.
Exactly. So with Chime, you are not just switching banks, you are upgrading to America's #1 choice for banking with a Chime checking account.
And how about some of these benefits? All benefits here, honey. Get 5% cash back on a Chime card in a category of your choice, like gas or groceries. And you get savings that grow faster with 3.75 APY. That's 9 times higher than the national average.
And don't forget, they also have Spot Me, which lets you overdraft up to $200 fee-free.
We all need to be proactive in our own finances and understand what our money's doing, and banking can be confusing. There's so many hidden fees and policies that are different at each bank, so you have to look out for you, and with Chime you could do that.
Yes, God, and don't just settle. Find what works for you and get the perks and benefits that are beneficial to your life. Check out Chime.
Honey, I did. I'm a Chime user, and Chime is not just smarter banking, it's the most rewarding way to bank. Join the millions who are already banking fee-free today.
Head to chime.com/drag. That is chime.com/drag. It only takes a few minutes to sign up.
Chime is a fintech, not a bank. Banking services provided for MyPay and Chime Card provided by Chime Bank Partners. Optional products and services may have fees or charges. Stated annual percentage yield and cashback for Chime Prime only. No minimum balance required.
Checking account ranking based on a J.D. Power survey published October 20th, 2025. For more information on APY rates, MyPay, SpotMe, and travel perks, go to chime.com/disclosures. We didn't feel like cooking today, so we just ordered in. I hope you don't mind.
It's Deliveroo.
We ordered
Literally.
some Deliveroo takeout of Tic Tacs. And of course, we get the iconic Tic Tac lunch with Courtney, where first of all, RuPaul looks
Resplendent.
applause.
She lives for the
Matthew did not have to be so ignorant making her look this good.
He put his foot in it this episode, and he was doing double duty because he was directing this episode too. So he had to go into the vault that he used to have filled with all his cunty things and pull them out for all the girls because Matthew gave it to him this episode too.
Yeah.
She said, so in this Courtney lunch, Courtney says to RuPaul, straight to her face, with not an ounce of irony, I can look good, I can sing good, I can dance good. If someone is better than me, they should win. But I think I'm the best.
She
And
does.
RuPaul then has a chat with her about humanity and how people could all stand to have a little bit more humanity.
You never want to hear that.
So
You never wanna
RuPaul's
hear
already
that
doing the acting challenge, telling people about humanity, honey.
You never want to hear that from someone who tells you, you're not a human.
Yeah, no.
You sometimes people want to see a shred of evidence that you are a human being, and you're not giving us that. Is basically what she said.
Honey, the perfection, it's just not doing it for this show. That might fly in your little island country, but
It's
not
true.
here. Not here,
it's
bitch.
true, and it doesn't work. And I get what she's
not for
saying.
reality
but
TV, it doesn't. Perfection is, pretty people doing well is never good TV. RuPaul wants some grit, she wants some trauma, and she wants a little, variability. Courtney's always great.
Yeah. And speaking of trauma, I mean, Darian Lake is up next for her Tic Tac lunch. So tell me, you got thrown out of the house when you were younger, right? It says that in my dossier.
You're used to people treating you shittily, right? You're used to negative things.
Why haven't you won more challenges?
Honestly, RuPaul is using every arrow in her fucking quill. And she's just slinging them at all the girls. Ru tells Darian that loving yourself is a daily practice. I did it right before this call.
Oh my gosh.
Pizza with the spicy honey.
This is, I mean, I understand what RuPaul's saying with the humanity thing. And it really, hearing this story from Darian was really touching. And it really like brings into focus the greater picture about like where her sense of humor comes from. And why she's the person that she is, the hilarious, like witty, amazing person she is, and having to had gone through this in her younger years. Like it does make you sort of like, I don't know, fall in love with this person you've never met.
Yeah. I mean, I understand where Darian's coming from. I was double my size at one point, and it kind of shapes your humor, all the deflection and having to make the joke first so other people don't, and being funnier than the others so they'll just be nice to you. I get where she's coming from. It doesn't seem like RuPaul's considering her for the win anymore, just by the way, the way she said to Courtney, like, well, give them hell out there. Like, Courtney's obviously not winning. It doesn't seem like Darian is, which gets us to Bianca,
Good
where-
luck. It's never good to get a good luck.
It's not. It's the Mac Viva Glam kiss of death. It's a
Good
straight,
luck, hon.
It's a straight cause of death. The Viva Glams.
Yeah.
Rue tells Bianca that she's one of the better players that has come through the competition.
Okay, I see where this is going.
And RuPaul says the world's going to see the nicer side of Bianca. Bianca says, "You've been filming this?" Bianca's one of
Very
those
funny.
people, like, she's like the drag Nick Cannon, though, where, like, she does good for people all over, and you don't hear about it necessarily all the time, but
Right.
she is a good person. You may think otherwise, you know, if you've ever tried to hear her sing or do a number. Wicked, flying through the air, Voss events.
Leave her alone.
Look it up, beat down.
Leave her alone.
But she is
She
wonderful
is.
on this show, and I think methinks the reason she didn't do better on the sewing challenge is she needed that arc. She needed that little dip.
She needed a dip. She needed something to not be just a flawless victory.
She needed a dip, and she can't have ours.
Right.
Uh-uh.
Exactly. Our dipper teentra belongs to us.
Mhm.
And finally, we have Adore, who speaks about her relationship with her mom. She gets a little choked up when she talks about her dad. And RuPaul says, "You know what? When the bone breaks, the place where it heals becomes the strongest part of the bone." And I hear that. I like that.
Yeah. And then Rue says, "Do this for Bonnie," which is
Yeah.
Adore's mom, and we get the trauma with Adore's dad saying that he was embarrassed by her when she was 7, and it's just like one of those things where it feels like Sharon 2.0, where like this, if they didn't have an alternative girl the year before, this could have been the win for Adore, you know?
Yeah.
Like Adore is just so great on reality TV, and she shines through. She's not being fake for cameras at all. You could tell.
Yeah. I think
but-
it could have definitely gone either way
Yeah,
between Adore and
B or-
Bianca.
Mhm. Literally A or B.
Adore asked.
Oh, happy
back-
late birthday, Adore!
Yeah.
Putting that in the universe. Back
Adore-
in the workroom.
She's back in the workroom and she's like, "So what are you guys worried about?" And Courtney, yet again, showing us humanity, humility, and vulnerability.
I don't really see the function of worry. I'm not worried. It's all fun. There's no point in worrying. We get to perform. I'm styling a wig. It's fun. And then Courtney goes on to continue saying, "I don't know what Rue means by giving canned answers, so I'm not going to focus on it." And Bianca's in the back giving the really queen face. And it's just such wonderful, like, setup of camera. So whoever got that angle, thank you.
Right.
Touching.
Yeah. And, you know, I mean, it's
Touchy?
not Courtney's fault that she is a well-adjusted, positive, ascended human being. It doesn't always play well on a reality competition show like RuPaul's Drag Race. That's the only issue.
I kind of credit it to her parents. Her parents raised a great person.
Great
Like,
parents. Yeah.
They and God, her dad can fuck.
Oh my
That little cookie duster mustache. Oh.
Oh my god.
And if you get cum in her mom's eyes, they both focus the right way.
Oh my god. Your dad just calls me Katya.
Courtney and Bianca at this point are, you know, doing the little go around. Well, what are you wearing? Oh, I think I'm gonna wear this. And Courtney pulls out her good
it's
slutty gold
so
outfit
good.
with
Oh, I have
where
so
she looks
many
like a
things.
Jabba the Hutt hooker, but like skinny
Yeah.
and beautiful. We've all seen that one. And then Bianca's like, "I got this thing with a hood," and you know,
Does it cover your face? Both of them.
Adore has eBay dresses left. But she has a great comeback for that. She says, "It's not about how expensive you look. You can recognize a star even if she's wearing a paper bag."
I agree with that.
I mean,
I
talent
love
shines
that.
through usually, yeah.
Especially in Adora's case, because she really is a magnetizing figure. We get to see the girls doing green screen work, and I love their outfits for the Sissy That Walk video. Are these
If-
Marco?
Yes.
So sickening. Everybody looks great.
And if you had to wear any of them, I could find a way to make any of them work, but Courtney's
Yeah.
hair. Courtney's got on that good hair where, you know,
Mhm.
it's just that you know, when you just put on blonde hair and you're like, I am her. And
She
she's
is
throwing
her.
it around, and she's got two little weird antennas, which, you know,
Horns.
it doesn't show the humanity, it shows the otherworldliness and how perfect you are. Even in fucking horns you look great, dummy. Like, it's wonderful. But Bianca goes first, and Courtney says, break a leg.
Yeah.
And they're green screen treadmilling.
Now, how is treadmilling? I know you did it in a video. Did you take to it really naturally?
Bitch, I did it this morning too, because this guy I'm trying to fuck invited me to Barry's, and I was like, oh yeah, let's go to Barry's before my 12-hour rehearsal for Death Drop on tour.
Berries? What's berries?
Barry's boot camp.
Oh, okay.
They made us get on that treadmill 3 times in 45 minutes. And then the rest of the time I was flat on my back.
Were you in heels?
No, I wasn't, but I was just so tired. But green screen choreography on a treadmill is easy. It's just walking, and then you're looking down the camera and eye fucking, basically.
Okay. Well,
yeah,
some of the girls do better than others.
Adore and Darian are told that is not $100,000 choreography.
Ooh, shade.
Jamal said,
And then Darian steals the lick the finger, touch the puss move from Adora.
No, Adore did it first, but Darian did not steal. Darian's been probably licking her finger and touching her puss for 45 years before Adore was even born. Okay? Every girl knows that when it's pussy is on fire, kiss the flame.
The flame.
On pussy, you touch your puss, and then kiss. Ooh, you kiss. Like, everybody knows that. It's like talking about, like, always there when you call, but I'm not always on time, and not using a phone and a watch moment. You know?
Yeah, it is kind of drag standard language interpretation.
It is. It's DSL for sure. Adore doesn't know that, but that's okay. She doesn't. She don't know.
Well, why don't we go ahead and take a break, and we'll be right back with more sissy-ography.
And we're back.
I'm Sissy.
I hate you.
I hate you. We get a really good misdirect. I don't know if we've gotten to the acting. Have we gotten to the acting? Yes. Well, we get a really great misdirect of Adore saying... We made it through the dance
call. Now we're going to do the acting scene.
We get, right before commercial, we get Adore saying, I hate you. And it's like, oh my God, she said I hate you to RuPaul. Oh my gosh, I have to stay tuned. I have to stay tuned.
When Courtney collapses because of her low blood sugar on stage. The misdirect of that. Australian girl,
I love
dogs.
a misdirect. You need to get people excited for after the commercial break.
Take off your hat, you balding bitch.
And then you show them immediately that there was nothing to be excited about. It's just normal drag stuff happening.
The marshmallows aren't different flavors, just different colors.
Right.
Yeah. This acting scene though is great. It gives a chance for the girls to, you know, show off one more time. And it's not even in the music video, correct?
Not from anything I can find. I did no searching regarding it, but
same.
No.
But we didn't see it in anything. And this is what they did to fill up time because there's only 4 girls left. They said, we'll do them a little acting scene. We'll make them act. Yeah. We'll make Bianca act like a sexy baby and then do a crip walk. Like, honestly, it's just filling time here. And they're making the girls under their employee and contract do stupid human tricks.
Yes.
But honestly, it gives some of the best moments of the episode. The girls are supposed to be small town honeys arriving in the big city to be a star. And Rue is the cunty photographer making them do different poses and act stupid, kind of like Mahogany. Right. And then the queens freak out and scream, I hate you, and slap Rue at some point.
It bears repeating. I hate you.
And some of them do take their own reins and really control the scene. RuPaul is waiting to get slapped by Courtney. And Matthew says, Court, you're supposed to slap her. And then she slaps RuPaul 100 times. I think one of them was for me. And have
you ever been to that restaurant Slapfish? That's what this is based on. I'm just kidding. Have you ever heard of Slapfish? Is that a UK thing?
I've never heard of it.
It's in airports. I've seen it in airports.
I'm not a big fish girl.
You'd love to replace me, wouldn't you? Well, take a number and stand in line. That's from the season 4 scene where the girls get hit by RuPaul. So this is an inversion of that, and they get to
Oh yeah,
get
I read for that and they had me pinned, but my avail didn't check out, so I kind of remember that. I was off book. I already remember. That was me.
That
Um,
screwdriver came awful close to this. Sorry, that's season 4. That's
and that
season
was when
4.
Fifi lost. As soon as that
Right.
screwdriver went. She lost before that. I'm kidding. So
Courtney,
Courtney gives a
Courtney-
character. She
Courtney,
says, "Look at my
God bless
humanity.
her.
Look at my humanity. Look, I'm supposed to be drunk."
Isn't this what happens on Drag Race though? We just need you to do more, and then you do more, and then they tell you you're doing too much.
Honey.
Be crazy, act crazy. She acts crazy. It's too crazy. Oh,
she
too
didn't
crazy.
she didn't act crazy. She looked crazy. And like there's one thing about like, being a prop queen and relying on props, which
Yeah.
is what Courtney came in with, all like,
The
and even
straw in the hair.
yeah, and even Matthew was like, "Oh, looks like she's method." God
Method
bless
out.
Matthew. True.
Uh,
But this scene is great because it gives the biggest misdirect of the show that you think Darian might win, because her acting scene is bananas, off the walls, bonkers good. After RuPaul
Yeah.
leaves the scene and says, "We need some trauma," it's
Mhm.
so good and so poignant that RuPaul comes back in and says, "Sissy, I came back for you," and then they
Yeah.
ride off into the sunset together.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Con. Hi.
You got the
Um,
bucks.
Ooh.
Oh, you got boys delivering the bucks.
Ooh, yes.
Mm.
Starbooks. Starbooks.
Who was your
RuPaul
favorite acting scene?
Well, RuPaul gives us an Australian accent, which is, I think I have to say, I have to toot our own horn. I think our Australian accent has gotten really good to the detriment
No.
of our English accents.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I have completely lost any semblance of an English accent I had because of my training in Australian accent. So I don't know how Nicole Kidman does this for years on a stretch.
Honey,
But
the hours. that she
How
puts
did you
into
think?
it.
How did you think RuPaul did with her Australian accent?
I thought Rue was great. I mean, there is this story that Courtney tells where RuPaul wrote her an email in 2006 talking to her about a drag
Not
band.
the email story.
The
again.
emails, and
The emails, Hillary.
and RuPaul typed the whole thing in colloquial like Australian accentisms, which is like "good day," blah 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 blah
Because
blah.
that's funny.
No, it's
It's
not.
comedy.
Doing someone else's accent to them is
You look like the dog's dinner. We
that's
do it
pandering.
constantly.
because we're funny.
Okay. Well, you look like the dog's dinner.
We're funny to each other when we do it, but like
That's about all we're funny to.
when right when are people listening to this? We've been recording this.
Oh wait, is there tape in these microphones? Is there
When-
tape in those cameras?
When you do accents to other people who are from there, it's not funny to them.
Oh yeah, I'm sure our inbox has been flooded with
Please stop.
English speaking people with English accents who are pissed, who are don't. I'm trying to
No,
think
if they're
of an
pissed, they're drunk.
I'm trying to
Over
right. Fuck.
Perturbia.
The queens
Perturbia?
talk about Perturbia. I'm very pissed at you. The queens talk about their first impressions of one another. And Courtney and Adore had some sparks in the beginning regarding being the idol girl.
And this was like, they knew that this was coming for top 3, top 4 from the beginning when they had 2 idol girls in the room.
Sure. I mean, what are the chances?
Darian and Courtney have formed a really strong connection, even to the point of nicknames. Courtney calls Darian Dazzle.
Mm-hmm. Which I
and
love.
Bianca said she didn't want to be friends with Adore because she was all up in the Ganja Gia group, but realized she actually connected with her. She said if She said if it was one of the other two, or she makes some comment like if the other two were still there and she was friends with them, she'd still be fat because she wouldn't have given her a corset or hog-bodied.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, you remind me of me 10 years ago. Wait, that's what I think Courtney says that about Adore, doesn't she? She says she reminds me of me 10 years ago. Where there was
I don't know.
something there, but
I couldn't hear from the soapbox she was on.
right.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to the main stage because RuPaul is looking great in a blue and pink belted kaftan, scarf in the hair. Very it's kind of 60s a little bit inspired, which kind of goes with the scene.
Yeah, I'd say it's very sexy Mrs. Roper.
Yeah.
Caftans.
Very Billy Francesca as Mrs. Roper.
Very that.
Have you ever seen that?
Yes, yes.
So good.
That's her look. The judges are Michelle Visage and Santino Rice. And
Just family this week.
just family. And we get to see the girls coming out for their Final Four runway. And they all look great. Adore's in a little sequins dress, short holographic paillettes. It feels very one of the dresses you get in the back of Priscilla on Oxford Street. Like one of the dance dresses that was like imported from somewhere that does beading in Asia.
Sequin showstopper.
Very that with the built-in panty.
Exactly.
Just pull it to the side. Pull the panty to the side. You don't want the panty?
I think she looks
Tough.
cool.
Cut the panty.
This is one of those wigs with that harsh black root that, like Santino says later, it looks like a headband. And it's almost like when you want a root, you want it to, I guess if the root was shorter, maybe it would be better. If it blended like out more, it might work better. But these wigs are all over the place. These sort of wigs with a very strong black root, especially on that.
It's a choice for sure. Bianca does this
meridian blue satin bias gown. That should be a guess the phrase, like Wheel of Fortune. Meridian blue satin bias gown. Ding 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 ding.
Very that. Courtney has a little gold dress.
She's feeling
Courtney.
Giovanni.
Honey, this is that is Giovanni that store on Melrose with these dresses?
Feeling Giovanni. Yeah, it's a Countess Luann song. But Giovanni does those sequin. I wouldn't be surprised if this actually was a Giovanni that Courtney's wearing.
Me neither. She looks great. She still wears this dress. And
I love it.
Her hair is beautiful. Just it's an 11 out of 10 for Courtney on this one for sure.
Yes.
Darian,
sure.
also beautiful. Blue fringe all over. And honey, she saved this dress too because this is a great dress. Anytime you come out and your dress is still doing shit while you're just standing there, honey.
She looks the best she's ever looked this season.
But her acting challenge, she looked great too. When she was Sissy, she looked beautiful.
She didn't run out of clothes. She said, I've got fucking drag for you, motherfuckers. We are working together to send all of you motherfuckers home. Why don't we go ahead and take a break and put on a meridian blue satin bias gown, and we'll be right back.
I was just going to put on a tutu with some crystals on it.
The dog stealer. We are back. Now, we are left with the final four. Wait a second.
What?
How do you think there's a conspiracy about A, B, C, D? It's too impossible for it to be a coincidence.
No, it's not a coincidence. There's only 26 letters in the alphabet, and 4 of them have names with 4 of the letters. It's not like they cast an alphabet season. There was no girl named Eglantine or Francesca.
Eglantine is on season 15, I heard.
Oh, you did?
Sorry, I know we're not supposed to spill spoilers like that, but Eggie and I go way back. I call her Eggie. We're really good friends. We go way back, and she told me in confidence, but you know what? We're all about spilling hot tea over here.
That's our other podcast.
What?
Exactly. That's hot goss. That's not
That's
this.
hot goss.
We only
think-
destroy our own careers, not those of others.
Here's what I think about the ABCD thing. I don't think it's a conspiracy, but I do think maybe it was a happy accident that happened. Like, because blessed moments happen in the world of Drag Race inside those canvas walls.
Mhm.
Things happen, and then you start to look, and it's like the Lord is shining on your season. These things happen. And I think that was what happened here. I mean, to end up with an ABCD and then it gets narrowed down to an ABC I think it's a blessing from the Lord. Maybe it was planned, but I think it was a little bit of both.
Yeah, and I'm actually just going to say it now. Over the course of this episode, I've decided that season 6 was probably better than season 4. Just the amount of talent, now that I've like recapped this episode, it's there. So,
But
your
not better than season 5.
No, season 5 was better. Season 4 was better than season 5. Season 4 was, however, more iconic.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Thanks,
you're
Detox.
bronze. You look great in bronze.
Thanks, Detox. Oh, no, nothing. I'm fine. I'm fine.
You can take it up with
That's
production,
so
honey.
upsetting.
So the judges' critiques are basically they don't like Adore's wig. Michelle loved her performance in the acting scene and also on the treadmill. And, you know, they liked her trashy girl aesthetic and her charm.
Yeah.
She got buckets of it, bitch.
Bianca, I mean, always looks great, and they say so. They said she's so funny. She's razor sharp funny. But is she vulnerable enough for America to connect with her? Huh? I don't know.
Courtney is told by Michelle that she looks flawless, and Courtney just does her only death drop she's ever done.
Courtney's funny.
She is.
She does a pratfall and falls over because she's shocked.
And honestly, I can't imagine being Courtney and then going there and getting the most negative feed. She had a decade's worth of negative feedback from Michelle. And she probably hadn't had that before that, other than from Vanity, like saying, put that pipe down. Get on the stage, little girl. Go kaleidoscope for the kids.
Santino says that she should be on the cover of Playboy, which I could actually see Courtney Act getting on the cover of Playboy.
I wouldn't be surprised. An Australian Playboy.
Oh, Playboy Australia.
Yeah. And, you know, her
Cornty was great in the wide shots.
This is bullshit because they're saying your close-ups were too frenetic. And they show what Courtney did in these close-ups. And it's like these whip-arounds that you do in rapid successions because then they just pick the best one usually. And
she was giving crazy face, though.
She gave crazy eyes, beauty face.
She was giving crazy eye, crazy face, crazy shock, electroshock movement.
No, that's Courtney's model face because what model face is, you smile real big, put your eyes up, and then you stop smiling. See, it looked kind of crazy, but that's model face, and Courtney knows model.
She also had horns and no eyebrows, but I get it. I get what she was doing. She was like, y'all are telling me I'm just resting on pretty. Well, I'm going to give you every other possible thing. I'm going to give you editorial. I'm going to give you devil horns. I'm going to give you crazy movements. I'm going to give you character comedy.
Whenever Courtney has an extra big event or something, she needs to like do a glitter brow or like, you know, no eyebrows or horns, you know, because she's just so tired of being so perfect.
Yes.
It's such a strain on her. We'll never know. But Darian is told by the judges that they love her runway. Her lip sync was fantastic. She got the choreography down, good solid facial performance, and she did that the entire season. She gave good face.
I think that Darian is definitely solidified as one of the strongest lip sync artists ever to come out of Drag Race.
Yeah, there's a reason that she's been doing it for so long. She's good and people like seeing her, you know? I think if nobody was tipping her or hiring her, she wouldn't be doing drag at this point. But she is. And
We get the dreaded question, why should you and not your competitors be crowned America's next drag superstar?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Huh. I've never had to answer this, but I like all the girls' answers. Adore says that everyone on stage is a star, but she is America's next drag superstar, and she would be proud to carry on the legacy and make Rue proud. I mean, ding, you compliment your other contestants.
Yes.
Ding, you say the tagline of the show, and
Yeah.
ding, you mention RuPaul and her legacy. Those are all just like cockstrokes for production and RuPaul.
Yeah.
Like perfect.
Make my mama proud. Bianca, I mean, she gets top marks for this speech. She's fabulous. She shows a little bit of vulnerability, which they've critiqued, but she does it in a way that is very authentic. And she sums up her journey for us. It's like, thank you. Give her a writer credit, give her a producer credit, because she really is summing it up for us. I came in here as a hard-hearted bitch, but being here has changed me into a fully more well-rounded person.
Honey, she's literally doing For Good from Wicked. Because I knew you, RuPaul.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, it is. And then Courtney, says she mentions in Australia. In Australia, she is the superstar.
Oh,
like where is this going? When you start up here, Court, where do you?
I wanted to be in her mouth with a fishing line, catching those words and pulling them back in. In Australia, I am Australia's drag superstar. And I think, and after the queens leave and the judges are talking, they're like, well, it sounded like she said in her speech that she's the RuPaul of Australia. And I think that maybe they didn't show that, but they were referring to it as though it had been said. And I know that phrase, the RuPaul of Australia, had been bandied about regarding Courtney. I don't know if she was running around saying it, but people were saying that. Even before I knew who Courtney was, I knew she was the RuPaul of Australia.
Yeah, because she was rude to people.
Oh my God. I find that very hard to believe.
Darian is her speech is fun. She says she'll give more queen per pound to the title.
Yes.
And
so
honestly,
funny.
It's crazy that we still haven't had a big girl win.
Right.
Every season where somebody's like, ooh, it's big girl season.
I saw her name on the check.
Shut up, Ginger. I hate you.
I saw Darian's name on the check. We get for the first time, it is the first time there's a 4-way lip sync, right? I think it's the first time. Maybe?
Or wait, do we count season 1 of All Stars, which were technically 4-way lip syncs also?
Okay.
See, this is podcasting. You can't just spit facts out and then wonder later if they're correct.
I'm pretty sure that's all we do.
Where's the veracity?
I'm pretty sure that's all we do. Spit out facts and then wait for the letters to correct
we also
us.
do inside jokes, which no one else thinks are funny. And then secret codes to Courtney every episode. And then ads.
But
what else is there? Podcasting.
I have a piece of podcasting insider tea, which is probably no shock to anyone. But the lip sync wasn't all 4 of them on stage at once. It was 2 by 2 for camera purposes, and then it was edited together, which I think is fair.
Blame the edit.
Oh, here they go! All those dolls over there blaming the edit. But yes, and if you watch it closely, you can see very clearly that it's 2 by 2.
So RuPaul sends Darian home, basically. And she leaves like a true diva, head held high. Leaving our final 3 as Adore, Bianca, and Courtney.
Yep. And it's a great final 3, and RuPaul prompts the audience, tweet your choice, Team Adore, Team Bianca, Team Courtney. Let them know on Facebook back in those days. And this was an exciting time in the kingdom. I mean, it was the biggest season of Drag Race ever. These queens are all powerhouses, and we were all really excited about it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it speaks to the talent of all of these girls. And speaking of talent, we have one of them talking to us right now. It's time for Bianca's Blast from the Ass Past. At any point, I know that ABCD often, the girls from that often say that they thought Darian was going to be the winner. So did you ever think that you were going to be the winner? And at what
No.
point, if no?
No, never. I never thought I would be the winner. When we got to the last challenge, it was just like, okay, but it was a huge moment because it's the choreography and the video and this shit, and I was just literally just tired. I'm in my head going, fuck this. And it's like, aside from that, we were running behind on production. So we were getting through this last moment and this last acting challenge. What was interesting, back it up a bit. You know when you're in your room and they come by with DVDs for you to watch and stuff like that for you to do it. And so they
On
would
my
drop
season,
up.
we were all allowed in the same room to watch them.
Yeah, and your season is the reason why we have tape on our doors.
Yeah.
So here it was. I was in my room, and they knocked on the door to bring videos, and they said, "Sorry, Bianca, everybody's already picked all the videos." So I was like, "Oh, what's left?" And it was like Footloose and Mahogany, and I was like, "I'll take Mahogany." Because I've seen it before, and I was like, "Oh, I remember Diana Ross designed the costumes, Anthony Perkins, who I love." I'm like, "I'll watch that again." I hadn't seen it in a while, so
Billy
I
D.
watched it, and thank God I did because that was the challenge in the end. So I was like, "Oh," because that was our scene with Rue coming back, our lover, blah blah blah. So when we finally got to that challenge, I was freaked about all the choreography. Then on a treadmill, you know how it is, like, "Oh, you're supposed to learn it in 5 minutes," and I'm like, "Oh God!" And there's Courtney, extra confident. Well, this is what I do. I sing and I dance, and I'm like, "Good for you, great, great, great." Adore was like, "I'm struggling," and then Darian shockingly had it together, and I was like, "Okay, I'm out. This is it. I'm done." And then we had the acting challenge, which was in the same sound stage as the workroom, so we could hear the acting scenes going on next door. So it's like, go back to the workroom, be quiet. So I don't remember the order, but Darian, I think, was the last one. And it went on and on and on. And she was milking it. We could hear it. And we are cackling, going, yay! Like, this is going to be like, I'm thinking it's like the biggest redemption because she made it to the end. She was so funny in that last scene. She was there. And I'm like, it's going to go to her. Like, this is going to happen. So we all collectively thought, yeah, she had it in the bag. And, we leave for so many months and just sit back and think, oh, she's got it. Yeah.
Thanks, Bianca.
Thanks, Yonk. I call her Yonk. We're really close.
Yonk DR, Yonk Doctor.
Yonk DR. I just got that. Like, Yonk Doctor.
Yeah.
DR Del Rio DR. The Del Rio triplets. The Del Rio triplets. I don't want to take this anymore. I just sit there. Did you watch Untucked?
I did. I thought it was great. I would have liked.
Great is going a little far, but thanks.
Okay. I thought that. I wish they would have gotten into the part where Adore talks more about Courtney actually saying the last episode about throwing under the bus or under the mat, as Adore says.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because that was one of those things where you're like, wait, why did you bring me into this?
Well,
like, if you don't think I should go home.
Because Courtney only exists in brutal honesty mode. She doesn't sugarcoat for a hoe.
And this is not a Courtney thing. We're not just reaming her about it. This is an Australian thing. They're generally more honest. I work with an Australian almost every day, and he's very, very honest.
Yeah.
I came down in an outfit last week for Beatdown, and he went, really? And I went straight back upstairs. What
you talking about, Kano?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, Kano giving notes on the looks for the doll.
It was literally a flag from Palm Springs that had been beaten about and battered in the wind for like 8 months, so it's all shredded and it looks really cool. Exactly. It matched.
Weather beaten Palm Springs, bitch.
I put a belt on it with it and some safety pins, and it didn't work. But I thought the hair and the jewelry made it work, but it didn't. Like, he saw something in the camera which I did not see in the mirror.
I didn't know my own face.
Honestly, Untucked kind of sucked this week, but
well,
there's not much to talk about when there's only 4 girls. It's not
right.
It's not that fault.
It's not their fault. There's not a lot going on because there are only 4 girls. But the one thing I do want to talk about is Adore and Courtney having some sparks, because Courtney tries to like sort of get herself out of being backed into the corner of answering the question, well, if there's only 3 of us that are going to make it, who do you think you obviously think you're going to make it. So who do you think out of us is not going to make it? And she says, well, after watching this week's challenge, I thought it would be you, Adore. And Adore was like, yeah, well, after watching you this week, I thought it was going to be you. Which, and I remember I've heard from all the girls that they really thought Darian won this challenge.
Yeah, it was, and that was because of the acting challenge, because of how fiercely she went in, and that RuPaul came back to set. RuPaul didn't have a heart out, and she continued the scene, and she changed it, and all the girls were just a gag that had happened.
They were agog.
That Darian got the special treatment, and
she did the lick the pussy move, which
honey, kiss the flame. She put her tongue to it.
Honey, kiss that flame.
Yeah. So next
Kissy
week...
Christmas. Who is Chiona? Did we talk about this?
Who?
Chiona.
Oh, Adore's fake made up girl, YouTube character.
That's Angel Baby, isn't it?
Probably. Maybe she had a couple.
She keeps saying, I knew I was going to come on here and I didn't want to be a Chiona, but I'm going to be a Chiona.
Chiona is like, I think it's kind of like chismosa, but it's a different Spanish word. I think it means a girl who whines. Or cries.
Yeah, because she was saying it when she was crying. She was like, I didn't want to come in here and be a Chiona. And I didn't know what that meant, but send us a letter. Let us know.
Yeah. Well, next week is the season 6 recap show and the premiere of the Sissy That Walk music video. And then only one more week until the season 6 champion is crowned. So, baby, they squeezed 15 and a half episodes out of this goddamn season, and we are the better for it. And
well, I think I get to be on the recap episode, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
so
she's recap Ruthie, huh?
I'm gonna be on TV.
Well, I can't wait to see what this brings.
And I want to thank you so much for joining us for Race Chaser Classique this week.
I'm Willam.
And I'm Alaska.
And we would be very indebted for you to write a review of our podcast on your podcast app. And don't forget to subscribe to us, please. And take a moment, just leave us a rating. 5 stars, 5 stars.
Astrophysicist. You can follow the dolls at Willam at the Only Alaska 5000. Our Race Chaser account is at Race Chaser Pod, and our Mom Podcasts account is at Mom Podcasts. You guessed it.
Ooh, girl, I was on See Something this week.
Better work.
Plus, Mom bonus content is available now at patreon.com/Willam. And you can search for that Race Chaser content by literally just scrolling down. It's easier than typing in Race Chaser, but you could do that too.
You can do that. And send us an email, racechaserpodcast@gmail.com. We want to hear from you. Please. Let us know if you're Team Adore, Team Bianca, or Team Darian.
Oh, I see what you did there. You left out Courtney. Oh, I see.
Oh, wait.
Corporate's gonna corporate.
Oh my gosh, no, Team Courtney.
You're gonna get a call from Wendy. That's what you're gonna get.
Oh my god.
Old Courtney Corporate's
that was
gonna call you.
That wasn't on purpose.
We see you. You're a snake.
Oh my god.
Everybody stay safe from snakes. Get the vax and respect each other out in the world, please.
That's right.
How could you do that to your friend? Your friend.
We'll see you next time. And we're going to exit this podcast like true divas. Get out of my way. Shut up, Fat Mike.
I say it.
I love that Will speaks gay now.
Race Chaser.
Race Chaser is not endorsed by World of Wonder, Viacom, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. RuPaul's Drag Race and all names, pictures, audio, and video clips are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of their respective trademark and/or copyright holders.
Forever Dog.
Race Chaser with Alaska and Willam is a Forever Dog podcast.
Produced by Big Dipper.
Executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey.
Mixed and mastered by Will Pitts.
Our theme song is Race Chaser by Alaska Thunderfuck.